Hi, friends. I'm Kevin from Big Cat Rescue.
Wait, no, you're not Kevin from Big Cat Rescue. You're Kevin from the Hospital Outreach Program at the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp. And I'm Carly from Boston Hop.
You got me, Carly. Yes, I'm Kevin from the Boston Hospital Outreach Program. Nice to see
And
you.
Kevin, you've been with camp for a long time, haven't you? How long have you been at camp?
Carly, I've been at camp so long that when I was a summer camp counselor, Lady Gaga was actually a baby and she was going, Gaga, Gaga, Gaga. Speaking of Carly, I got a joke for you.
All right.
How does Lady Gaga like her steak?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let me think about it for a second.
Meat dress, how does she like her steak?
Oh, oh, I think I have it. Is it rah, 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 rah?
Rah, 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 rah.
Oh my
Yes, good
gosh.
job, Carly. Good job.
I love it.
Welcome, everybody. We have a song, we have a painting.
Yes, and at the end of the show, we are going to have you guess how many paintbrushes are in Kevin's clay pot right here.
Oh, keep guessing. Oh, keep guessing. Oh. Good luck. It's deceiving. But first, before we get started doing our camp song and our painting, we have some amazing shout outs for today.
Woo!
We have a lot of shout outs, so here we go. Hello to Neve in Boston. Anna, hello in Framingham. My friends Harris and Olivia way down in Pennsylvania. We have Henrik, Aspen, and Merrick and their cat Yoda in Hanover. Julie and Robert from Bedford. We just got a quick email from Charlotte and Lakeland and Jersey City, Lackland and Charlotte and Jersey City. Y a todos nuestros amigos en España. Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes, arte y canto. Venga, venga.
Woo!
And Carly, we have a very special shout out today.
We do, yes. So our friend and camper, Sophia from Boston, wrote an absolutely gorgeous poem about camp. We were thrilled to receive this poem from you, Sophia, and we really want to share it with everybody. You're clearly incredibly talented, and honestly, Kevin and I felt like we were at camp while we were reading it. So here we go. Here's Sophia's poem. The hole in the wall. You'll want to go back. Everyone gets you. They're your little pack. They have everything, anything you could ask for, and they'll feed you so good, you'll never ask for more. When you're there, everything is fine. We are all your friends. Until you go home, the fun never ends. But don't feel bad. We'll never forget you. We're your family, and believe me, because it's true. You're important to us, to everyone here. The hole in the wall, the best time of the year. 3, 2, 1, Buffalo. And our friend Sophia wanted to dedicate that to a serious fun camp. Thank you so much.
Yeah, age 12 from Boston. Amazing. Thank you so much. One of camp's main values is showing appreciation, and that you took the time to capture these things of a camp that you love so much is just beautiful. We're so lucky to have campers like you. And today, we're going to learn an old camp song and paint along as we learn it. It's one of our camp classics. We Come From the Mountains.
One of my favorites. So Kevin, what kind of supplies do our friends need today to participate in this project?
So all we need for today is we have a piece of watercolor paper, or you can use regular paper. And then I have a set of just simple watercolors here, a cup of water,
Cool.
a napkin, and then I got a couple different brushes. I have a small brush that came with the kit. I have a bigger brush. It's like a number 8 round, and that's just so you can see what I'm doing a little closer. But I also brought a flat brush too, because I want to make some happy trees later, and I want to show you how cool it is to make a happy tree with a flat brush. So that's what we got for today.
Awesome. And Kevin, I also just want to ask, I know that some of our friends might not have watercolor paints or just paints in general at home. So are there other supplies that we can use throughout this activity?
Well, I think a lot of people like acrylics. They can use those. You can use tempera paints, which are not as messy as acrylics. Acrylics can stain, and also you can use crayons. Like just go follow along with crayons to get a feel of how we make the picture. Then later you can go back and use watercolors.
Awesome.
Um,
Sounds good. So why don't we let our friends start guessing in the comments how many paintbrushes are in your clay pot? And at the end of the show, we'll announce who our winner is.
Beautiful. And we're going to start learning the song. So we're not going to learn the whole song, but we're going to learn 4 basic parts. This song comes from Africa, and it's about how different parts of the earth keeps things moving. So it starts off with mountains, then fire, then water, then sky. So we're going to learn each part, and then once we learn a part, we'll go down and paint it, okay? So we'll do the mountains first. So I'm going to show you how it goes, Carly, and they all go like this. You'll catch it, but it goes
Okay.
from the mountains, living in the mountains, go back to the mountains and turn the world around. Clap, clap. Or to be extra fancy, you can go clap, clap, and move your head at the same time.
I like that. The choreography is incredible.
Anything adds a little fanciness is perfect. So let's try. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We come from the mountains, living in the mountains. Go back to the mountains and turn the world around. We come from the mountains. Go back to the mountains and turn the world around. You did it! You did it!
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Now let's go to the
painting.
We're going to start doing the mountain. So grab a little water, and I'm going to use some brown first in my mountain. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw a line, paint a line right across the middle of the canvas. Just like that. Pick up more paint, you need a little more water. So that's your line across. Then I'm going to go up, make my mountaintop, then come down, kind of squiggle, let it go, let it loose. And just have fun with it. Don't worry about your artistic skill. This is just a fun craft. It's a great way to just to kind of learn the basics and doing some painting. So then you can use the water and you can kind of blend out that brown a little bit. I'm gonna get a little more brown. I want it to be a little darker on top. So I'm gonna, oh, look at that. It's a lot of brown. I'm gonna bring that right down, but not all the way. I'm gonna now grab some yellow. And usually I would say wash your brush between colors, but we're just gonna, it's kind of like gonna blend into it because things get muddy when you don't wash between colors. So there's the yellow, and I'm gonna blend that yellow into the brown. And that gives it a really cool, some dark and light. So, and when it's lighter down here, it's gonna be great because we're gonna make some trees later, and they're gonna show up. So again, you keep blending. This is kind of dark up here, not blended, but I kind of think it looks kind of cool. Might blend it a little bit.
I like the color mix. It's really neat. I like the yellow and the brown and how they kind of work together in this painting.
Yeah, you don't have to, you can just let the colors kind of follow where they may. It's awesome. That's our mountain. Cool?
Beautiful.
So brush in the water. And now, the next part of the song, which is my favorite, is the fire. So, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
We come from the fire, living in the fire. Go back to the fire and turn the world around. We come from the fire. Go back to the fire and turn the world around. Good job.
Oh, amazing. So much fun.
Now I washed my brush out good. I'm gonna go just into the yellow. If there's any brown left over from the mountain, I'm gonna try to wipe it away. We get a lot of yellow. This is a really fun way to do a sun. Fire is going to be represented by sun today in our painting. So over here in this part of the mountain, right on top of it, watch this. You press your brush down and you just spin it.
Oh my gosh, that's such a cool technique. Whoa, I love it.
Here comes the sun. Look at that. Perfect. So
wow, that is awesome.
Grab a little water with the brush with yellow on it and go around the sun with some orange. And this is going to make our sunset. So look at that.
So cool. Kevin, this honestly kind of makes me feel like I'm at like in Arizona looking over a sunset. This is so
It
gorgeous.
definitely has that kind of like Western feel right now.
Yeah, I love it.
And so here too, I have orange, I have some yellow, I can grab some more yellow, and then I'm gonna grab a little bit of red. And a little red goes a long way. So I'm gonna add some red into there. Maybe a little more yellow. Yeah, make that yellow really pop. And then up here, that's where I'm gonna really do a lot of the red. Kind of on top, blend it into the orange, nice and light, lots of water. You just throw it in. I'm gonna go behind. Do not do the entire sky, leave the top of the sky because we're gonna put blue there later. But you wanna come in and sneak on top of that mountain and then totally.
Kevin, I gotta tell you, everyone is commenting. They are big fans of your sun.
The sun is fun. You do it with a round brush or a flat brush. You just, and you know what's great when you make snowmen or snow women or
Oh,
snow
yeah.
people, you do the bottom, then the smaller one, then one on top.
I like it.
People, little Olafs everywhere. Okay, that is the sun.
Beautiful.
That is the fire. All right, it is time for the water, as we say in Boston. Are we ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I was born ready.
Here we go. We come from the water, living in the water. Go back to the water and turn the world around. We come from the water. Go back to the water and turn the world around. Awesome.
So good.
That's super fun. Wash that brush out, same brush. And then you're gonna grab some blue. And I want you to just use the tip of the brush. You really roll that brush into the blue with water on it, and you're gonna kind of skim it, leave white space here and there. You can go darker against the mountain because that's gonna have a lot of like greens and different colors in there later anyway. But look how I just leave lots of space. Lots of white space when I wanna add a bunch of different fun colors for the water. And you will run out of paint really fast, so keep dipping in the water, grab a little bit. If it gets too wet, you can always blot it with the paper towel or just use that really wet color and water. Look at that. So I know it looks just like a bunch of squiggly blue lines right now, but now we're gonna go back and look at some of the colors that we want to reflect in the water. So let's take the yellows here, and yellow does turn blue. Yellow and blue turn green if you get them close when they're wet, but you can throw, look at that right there. There's a little bit of that yellow is gonna go all the way down. It's gonna reflect into the water. And then what color is around? That is orange.
This is so cool. I love all the colors mixing.
And they can get really bright, so you can, again, dampen them out again. We also have some brown we can put in from the mountain. And that would go down to like, you know, the mountain's kind of like here, it goes like that. You kind of mirror it. You don't need much paint. It can be a little dirty because it is a lake. It doesn't have to be crystal blue. It's gonna be, I love all having the colors. It's gonna look really cool after. That's the mountain. Keep that in the sun. And then I want that red and orange behind that mountain.
Nice.
A little bit more orange, maybe a little yellow. Yeah. And then that red, kind of finish it off.
Very cool.
And we have other stuff going on, so don't think, if you feel like there's a lot of white space, you can always go back with the blue, grab that blue, and go again against the horizon. And then you can grab that blue, nice and dark, and throw it in.
Kevin, everyone's joking that they feel like they're on like a tropical vacation or hanging out at the beach or at a lake.
It's your world. Make it whatever you want. All right, so the last part of the song. So what we have left now is I want to do, we have to learn the sky part of the song. I want to do some happy trees, show you how to do maybe some birdies, and then some grass. But before that, let's finish off with the sky. Are you ready?
All right.
Here we go. We come from the sky, living in the sky. Go back to the sky and turn the world around. We come from the sky. Go back to the sky and turn the world around. All right. So now you're gonna take water and blue. I want you to kind of just finish up that sky. If you want to leave some clouds, you can just kind of leave a little white here and there. I don't have white in this group of watercolors, but sometimes I do like having white. Even though the canvas is white, it's fun to use that white to help blend. I'll leave a couple clouds. Just by, see, I just left that cloud there, a little bit of a cloud here, baby cloud over here.
Kevin, if somebody feels like they might have used a little too much paint or it's a little too dark in their painting, what can they do to kind of change it up a little bit?
You can either just put a little more water on your brush and clean it, or watch and go, bloop, bloop.
Cool.
And then you blend that out.
Okay, very cool. Nice.
And there's so many things you can do with these kind of paintings. So that is the sky. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add some trees. Happy trees, people. So I'm gonna use the same brush again. I'm not gonna use the flat one yet. I'm gonna go into the green. I'm gonna really fill it up, roll it again, roll it into that brush. And right on the water's edge, you're gonna start pressing up little bushes. You have to get a lot of paint. You don't want a lot of water. You want this to be a lot more. And you're gonna do them different sizes. But see how I'm just kind of pressing them? And then you drag a little of that green in the water.
Ooh, very cool.
If you guys hear snoring in the background, my puppy is snoring. Boston Terriers love to snore. He is snoring away.
What's his name?
Harrison, he's right there. All right, so I'm gonna go all the way across with the green. I'm doing it pretty quick. You can always come back and take your time. You can make them bigger than I am. So see how the green, again, put that green into the water a little bit. Now on the sun's kind of going this way. One thing that's gonna bring these trees alive is if you wash your brush and then grab a little yellow and kiss the trees on the right side with a little yellow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a little bit dimension. That yellow can go in the water as well. You will mess up your watercolors a little bit as you keep grabbing it and it gets green and yellow. You clean that later. And that's how you do your trees. Happy trees, people.
Awesome.
I'm gonna bring it down a little bit more into the water just for a little more reflection. So now I'm gonna do some grass at the bottom. So you can use this brush. I'm just gonna throw a little grass in. So you can press, use the tip again, but you do press down, you press and lift. Press, lift. You have a lot of water there, so I want to really get rid of some of that water and make it really green. And you can put green in and kind of lift it up. It's kind of in the back. It's not really an important part of the painting, but I just want to have some land. You can use a little brown in there if you want more of a land feel. Put the brown in first.
Cool.
And then lift up. Look at that, the color. See how it's a lot stronger now?
Yeah, that looks great.
Layering and keep working. So it's really brown right now, but you can always layer it with more green or yellow. And I love using that tip of the brush. You can also use your small brush that you got in your kit. It'll make even small grass.
My goodness, Kevin, I know I said I felt like I was in Arizona, but now I kind of feel like I'm in the White Mountains in New Hampshire.
Right, we're moving you around. You see the world, Carly, this painting. So this is the flat brush, which I love flat brushes. And I'm gonna, and I tend to hold my arm sometimes. I'm gonna really fill it up with some green. I want it to be really nice and thick. So this is a happy tree. This is a classic happy pine tree. So if you look right here, I'm gonna do one line.
Ooh, cool.
See?
Yeah.
It's kind of the trunk. I want to get more paint on my brush. Then I'm gonna do an upside down arrow right there. See the upside down arrow?
Oh yeah, okay.
A little arrow. And then I slowly come out and flatten that area out and kind of add some greens.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Oh, that's such a neat technique. I never knew that.
These are really fun if you want to do some of these winter trees or holiday trees.
Mm.
One fun thing I like to do too, it's then you add a little shadow. Then you can take that flat brush too and add more grass if you want. You can wash that flat brush out
Mm-hmm.
and add some red to it. And just watch this, you just pounce some flowers. Like you're barely touching it, you're just pouncing flowers.
Very cool. Oh,
And
this looks
one of my
amazing.
favorite tricks ever with brushes, if you ever want a perfect circle,
Mm-hmm.
take the back of the brush, dip it in the paint, and watch, we'll put some berries on the tree. Berries. Now these
Oh,
are
that's
like
so cool.
apples, but
So you're using the end of the brush that doesn't have the hairs to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you can do, like I did with the other trees, I put that yellow on the right side. You can put the yellow on the left side. It gives a little more dimension. So,
Very cool.
kind of show you, and you can always go back when it's dry. It's really wet right now. I can go back later with more paint if you want it to be darker, have more definition. You can always revisit your paintings. They never just have to be done. You can look at it today and be like, I don't like it. Then go back tomorrow and be like, I kind of like it now, and I'll work on it or keep fixing it. Paintings don't have to be done in 5 minutes, like this. That's for sure. And you can add all different colors of flowers and stuff like that. So I'm going to take this brush here, the one that came with the watercolors, and I'm gonna sign my name, which is the most important part. Now you can sign your name with your brush, or you can use a Sharpie, which a lot of people have to. I sign at the bottom right. I do my first initial, my last name. Like that.
Nice. Oh my gosh, Kevin, that looks awesome.
Don't forget the birds first. I forget the birds.
Oh, that's like my favorite part. We can't forget the birds.
Again, you can always revisit. Go back, put in your animals. We in here fish. So watch, I'm gonna do a little bird. I'm gonna do V's. You don't want to do flying M's because they look like McDonald's signs, but you can do a little V. That. They could be dragons, who knows? Dragons. Look at that. Beautiful.
Those are cool.
And that is your painting.
Oh, I love it.
So let's revisit our song. We're gonna sing it all together. And this time we're gonna go from, we come from the mountains, living in the fire, go back to the water, turn the world around. We come from the sky, go back to the sky, turn the world around.
Perfect.
You ready to take it home?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm here.
Here we go. Congratulations, first of all, everyone's hands up. Congratulations on your painting. Good work.
Nice work.
We want to see them, so post them because I want to see what they look like if you painted along.
Please
Great to see them. Let us know where you're from. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
We come from the mountains, living in the fire. Go back to the water and turn the world around. We come from the sky. Go back to the sky and turn the world around. We did it!
Amazing!
We did it! Good work,
so good.
everyone. Good
I
work.
love it. So Kevin, we have had some friends sending in some guesses for our paintbrush clay pot. Can you actually hold it up again so our friends can kind of get a good feel of how many are in there? Awesome. I love it. So I am waiting to hear from a friend. One of our other Boston Hop friends is checking out in the comments to see who guesses the right number.
It's not easy. I counted yesterday. I was like, oh, it was a lot more than I thought. I was like, wow.
I know. I was kind of
little
surprised.
brushes.
Yeah, they sneak in there. I was surprised by the number too.
While we're waiting, what's on for tomorrow, Carly?
Yeah, that's a great question. So tomorrow I will be back here on Facebook Live with my friend Janko from Boston Hop. And at 3:30, we're going to share a glowing camp review. And then we're actually going to go fishing at Pearson's Pond. And maybe we'll even spot Weepy. You'll have to tune in to see what happens.
Well, I hope you have more camp songs tomorrow when you are doing your thing. You know, I love the camp songs.
Oh, you know, it's always going to be a surprise. We got plenty of camp songs for you.
Forever. All right, what is the number? Who got closest?
All right, I can see the little bubbles texting me right now. Suspense, Kevin, can I please have a drum roll? Oh my gosh. All right, we have some ties here. We have 2 winners.
No.
Yeah, believe it or not, they both guessed the number. So we have Kaylee Brown guessed 46, and Courtney Willett also guessed 46 brushes.
Winner, chicken dinner. Rah, 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 rah. Congratulations. Winners.
I love it. Oh my
That's
goodness.
awesome. We'll be sending you your certificates.
Perfect.
And that is so awesome. We love that people actually guessed it. It's a lot of brushes in there. I know it doesn't look it.
Yeah.
We're so grateful to share this time with you today. Thank you, Paul, for this Hole in the Wall. Until we meet again, from all of your friends at the Hole in the Wall Game Camp, happy trails to you. We'll see you again. See you tomorrow here.
Bye, friends.
Here.
See you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out today.
Bye.